Hi, Sonia. I'm going to give you some feedback on your student portfolio. I see that you've done a summary here and you've talked about what you did, and you have, let's see, Gen AI Lesson 1 Reflection. Let's see, Foundations. So you've done, yeah, okay, right. So you've done your reflection, which is excellent. The one thing, though, is I'm looking at lesson 1 is that you are meant to use Notebook LM and create a one-page summary, the benefits and challenges to be included in your portfolio. And I am trying to find the benefits and challenges. I don't see the link here. Um, I'm going into your folder. So lesson 1, activity 4. Those are nice. So those are your kind of in-class activities. But I don't see from lesson 1 that you completed this activity here. So that has to be completed. Okay. And then let's go back to your portfolio. You are this is your personal project and intro. I'm not sure what this is, to be honest. Yeah, you don't need to have that work there. That's not a personal agenda. I don't need your stuff from what you do in class. That's not necessary. But you have your project here. So this is a customized AI chatbot for education, and you've got a plan here, task completed. Oh, it's very well presented. Wow, okay, so that's good. So you've got up to, it looks like week 3 done on this. And then there's some activities that you're including, which I don't need in here. The reflection is ongoing, but I don't see it anywhere. Okay. And then you've got your in-class contributions, but you didn't use the prompt, but that's okay. And then you've got your resources here that you've kind of copied in a table format. So in this activity, you've got your mind map and student learning. I'm just going to go to what I asked to do. And so you are going to select one of these tools and use one of the tools to 5 high-quality resources exploring the impact of Gen AI on student learning. And you're going to save it in a file called lesson to student learning. So if I go to here, I'm looking for lesson 2 student learning, and I don't have that. And then maybe in the portfolio it's there. No. Okay, so I don't see that. Okay, and then so oh wait a second, here we are, student learning. General benefits. Yes, okay, great. Perfect. You've done that. You did a mind map, wasn't necessary, but nice to see. Um, and you've got, yeah, you didn't use the Gen AI prompt to do your summary. The only reason that concerns me is that come the end of the course, you're going to have to do a very systematic self-evaluation. And if you don't get practice at it, it'll be hard at the last minute to do. You worked 60 minutes on your Planet 4.2 project chatbot. And then MA personal research prompt. I'm just looking here to see. I see what you've done. I don't see what you've learned. And then here, for some reason, copy. personal Gen AI project. So yeah, I don't need you to do, yeah, I'm just going to get rid of this because you can get the prompt anywhere unless you're, okay, so this is your personal Gen AI prompt. Um, so here's the project planet and then the activity. Yeah, it's hard to, I can see sort of your progress, but I don't, eventually you're going to have a customized chatbot, which I'm not sure. That's something that's created in ChatGPT with a paid version. So, um, and then that's the project there again. So first prototype build surprise. So okay, you got some feedback there. That's good. And you've got your community, your in-class contributions, sort of you doing your own thing as opposed to using this prompt. That was only supposed to occur after lesson 5, or in lesson 5 and on. And then, oh, we have this, yeah. So you're putting a lot of information here. Here's the actual summary over here, which is solid. And then you put in a resource here. So what I would say is you're just missing the Gen A activity from the first week, okay? But otherwise you're on track. And then you don't need to put your activities in here, okay? So I don't need to know anything about that. What I do need though for lesson 3 is the Gen AI activity was, I'm jumping around here, was to create an information literacy summary. Okay, so podcast and then create a one-page summary of visual representation of strategies to build information literacy skills. And I'm just trying to find your portfolio. I don't see that you've completed that activity. So that means week 1 and week 3's Gen AI home activities were not completed. And then you've got your project. So you're spending less and less, like an hour on the project each time without really links. Well, I don't see links here, so I'm a little bit concerned. You've got here, that's interesting. What is this? Oh, that's what we did in class. Um, so that's fine. And then you've got, um, do you have the in class? Oh, here's your planet progress track. That's interesting. So see, you can see how it's hard to follow what you're doing in terms of your organization here. Um, so this is the progress tractor for week 3. Okay, you got your in-class contributions, which you free formed or did. You've got this particular resource. You don't have to give any more resources anymore. And then in week 4, you talk about what you did and give a summary of the Gen A activity. But again, if I go to week 4 and look at what was actually assigned, is you are evaluating a Gen AI tool. So I'm going to go back here and now keep in mind, and this is why I did this. I am jumping around, sorry. With this, you're supposed to put it in lesson 4 Gen AI tool evaluation, right? So I know where that file is. Maybe that's it there. I hope it is. Description. You explored. Perfect. Excellent. So you did a great job there. You're all on top of that. Looks solid. That's an excellent, that's an A quality summary. This is a very good reflection here. I can see what you're learning here. So that's great. You've got still that power slideshow. and then some sort of a summary there, and then artifacts. So I'm not understanding the overall organization of the project, so I'm a little concerned about that. It should be inching forward to a final output. If you're doing a customized jackpot, chatbot, then that should be close to kind of finished at this point. You got your in-class summer contributions. Again, okay, you can stop on here. You don't need to give me any more resources, okay? So delete that from the rest of here. Here we go. I'm gonna just delete that for you. So that's gone, and so you don't do that anymore because I announced that in class. And so we get rid of all these here, just making life easy for you. And again, so you don't need to do that, okay? And then you're still to do week 4. So I'd say right now you're hitting about a B plus because I can see you can do quality work, but we're missing the Gen A activities from week 1 and week 3. And I'm not clear where you're at with the project. Even if I go into your portfolio, this is what you have, which is well organized. Oh no, that's interesting. That's the portfolio. That's not the project. So I don't actually see your project work here. So I'm a little bit confused. It's 11 minutes of feedback. I apologize, but I just wanted to make sure that you had a thorough understanding of where I'm coming from and where I think you could use some help.